What is up, everybody, and welcome back to Lesser Athletes. My name is Chadwell, and today, like, was an interesting video for you here on the channel. Today is predicting all the Royal Rumble entrants for the men's Royal Rumble. Oh my lord, we have the Royal Rumble season, and I'm making tons of Royal Rumble videos. It's like a Royal Rumble week here on the channel. I'm predicting all the men's Royal Rumbles. I don't think I'm gonna have enough time to actually do the women's Royal Rumbles for all the entrants, which I think is a little more tricky. So maybe that's fine. But this Royal Rumble for the men's is probably going to be the most stacked Royal Rumble we had in years, in my opinion, if they do it right. So we're going to go through all of the people who I think. We're going to go from alphabetical order, top to bottom from WWE rosters, the surprise entrants after, and then who I missed and why. So let's get started because it's 30 entrants, so technically got to get through all of them. We can't spend a minute on them. First one's Braun Strowman. This one's kind of an easy one. Braun Strowman's an elite talent, and I think for a Royal Rumble, he fits in perfectly, being the tall monster to at least eliminate and clear out the kind of ring. Braun Breaker should be a favorite to win, in my opinion, if he loses IC title. You technically know if he loses IC title before I do, because I have to pre-record a lot of these videos in advance. Braun Breaker is the one that could make a splash in the WWE kind of roster if he wins a title or wins this Royal Rumble, but he is going to be in it if he has IC title, or if he doesn't, he's in the Royal Rumble. Up next, we have Carmelo Hayes. I'm expecting Carmelo Hayes to be in it as well. I think young guy, gonna make some noise, gonna make some athletic finishes as well. Carmelo Hayes is the future of WWE in the sense of everything, I guess, and Carmelo Hayes I'm expecting to make a big moment at the Royal Rumble and be a part of it. Up next, we have Chad Gable. I'm scared that they might leave Chad Gable off. I don't think they should at all. Chad Gable is another elite talent that I was just talking about. I expect Chad Gable to also maybe set up a storyline for him at Royal Rumble throughout this at WrestleMania throughout this Royal Rumble. I switched it to. So I'm going to expect Chad Gable to be a part of this Royal Rumble, and I hope so because I need to hear all the "you suck" chants. Up next, you have CM Punk. Already declared. Not much else to say. Already declared, probably a favorite to a lot of people, but there's going to be a lot of them that's like already declared. Up next, you have Damian Priest. This is one of their top superstars that they have been pushing for a while. I would be in shock if Damian Priest is not a part of this Royal Rumble. Does he win? Does he go far? That's the biggest question, and I think both are probably no's, especially if he starts off early, probably a no. Up next, you have Dominic Mysterio. This is one that I could generally see Dominic Mysterio not be a part of the Royal Rumble. Even though I think Dominic should be with all the boos and everything, it's a stacked Royal Rumble. It's a stacked Royal Rumble. I could see just one member of Judgment Day being a part of the Royal Rumble instead of all of them like they have in the past. But I'm going to say for now, Dominic Mysterio, because he's probably the future for WWE, is going to be a part of the Royal Rumble. Up next, you have Drew McIntyre, already declared for the Royal Rumble. Not much else to say for Drew McIntyre. Up next, we have Finn Balor, which again, I think Finn Balor needs to be a part of this Royal Rumble. Now, recently, Finn Balor has not been as amazing, but I do believe that he should be a part of it to maybe set up something for WrestleMania. Now, again, does Dominic Mysterio really be a part of, Finn Balor and really be the one to go in, and maybe Finn Balor doesn't, maybe both of them for sure. I'll give you a hint right now. JD McDonough is not in this, so I don't really know, and because it's again a strong, hard list, so we'll have to see with Finn Balor. Up next, you have Jacob Fatu. I don't know if they're gonna go the route of saying Jacob Fatu is not going to be part of the Royal Rumble for Solo Sikoa, or they're saying that Jacob Fatu won't go in the Royal Rumble because of Solo Sikoa, and then Jacob Fatu's music plays, Solo Sikoa's in shock, something like Damage Control, and Jacob Fatu eliminates Solo Sikoa there, where they can have Jacob versus Solo at the WrestleMania. I can really see that being a big match that I would love to see. But this is the year of Jacob Fatu, so let's see it and let's see him go crazy. Up next, we have Jey Uso. I don't think he declared for it, but this is somebody, which again, you'll know if he won the championship. I'm guessing not. Throwing Gunther in here if he didn't, or if Jey Uso won. But Jey Uso, top star. Crowd's going to go insane. I like Jey Uso for putting him in the Royal Rumble. Same with Jimmy Uso. I don't think he declared yet as well, but part of the bloodline, Jimmy Uso is going to be a good single star for the future. And I believe they're going to give him a singles push throughout this year. Up next, we have John Cena, already declared, probably a favorite to win. not much else to say again. Next, we have Karrion Kross. This is one that I could see I'm wrong on. I think up to this point, I'm pretty right on everything. I could see Karrion Kross not being a part of it for some storyline. And also, you got to think the card as well. They could have a, IC title. You could have a US title match. Karrion Kross probably isn't involved in one of them, but I could see him leaving him off for somebody else. But I just believe they have to push Karrion Kross in 2025 or they're wasting Karrion Kross. So I'm keeping Karrion Kross here, but let's say they have to throw someone out for a surprise entrance. I'm going to go Karrion Kross is probably the one to get thrown out. Up next, you have Kofi Kingston. You would not do justice to Kofi with all the Royal Rumble kind of records he has right now with, entrance and being a part of the Royal Rumble. You got to have Kofi Kingston in there. And I'm going to be honest, Xavier Woods is not on here. So you got to have somebody from New Day. And I'm going to go Kofi rather than Xavier Woods. Up next, we have LA Knight. Yeah, I'm expecting LA Knight. I think it was rumored that he already technically declared for it. So this isn't a big shock. But if he technically declared for it, then I'm not expecting a U.S. title match on the line. And an IC title I don't expect as well. I'm guessing there's going to be one more match for Royal Rumble. And maybe it's Tiffy versus somebody. Or maybe it's a tag team match. Or maybe it's a singles match against somebody. I don't know. But I'm going to say right now, LA Knight is in here and should be a favorite. I don't think it's shocking to see LA Knight win if the storylines are kind of matching for him to win. Up next, we have Logan Paul. Logan Paul is somebody that they have to have in here. I don't think that Logan Paul should be in the Royal Rumble. I think, maybe give it to somebody that's been working a lot. But Logan Paul has the following and everything where Logan Paul is going to be a part of this Royal Rumble. He's going to be good. He's going to have great spots. He shouldn't win. He shouldn't be a favorite to win. If he somehow wins, I will be crying and pissed, honestly. Logan Paul is going to be in this Royal Rumble. That's not shocking at all. Up next, we have Ludwig Kaiser. I could see Kaiser being the one that also gets removed for a surprise entrance, but you got to push the talent, and I think that's what Triple H wants more than anything is to push talent for this Royal Rumble. I wouldn't be shocked that next year, if it is in Saudi, to push the Royal Rumble to 40 or 50. I think 40 is probably the spot you would go. So then that logistically makes the most sense now if you want to have also surprise entrance for the Royal Rumble. Ludwig Kaiser is and I truthfully mean this, a talented worker. You have to have him on here so you can push Imperium with him and Gunther as well. Next, we have Penta. Penta's going into the Royal Rumble. There's no way they don't put Penta in here, and I'm guessing he's going to have something maybe with Rey Mysterio or Dominic Mysterio for a feud in the future. Up next is Rey Mysterio, who actually already declared for the Royal Rumble, so there's nothing else to really say for Rey. He's just going to be in the Royal Rumble. There's no waiting here. Up next, we have Roman Reigns declared for the Royal Rumble, and I think is a low-key underdog favorite. I would not be shocked if Roman Reigns won. Up next, we have Sami Zayn declared as well. I'm realizing I'm hitting all the declares right now. I would be shocked if Sami Zayn won, but I think they're going to start setting up something for Sami Zayn, and maybe it's with Karrion Kross, and that's the big thing that's happening. Up next is Seth Rollins, who also declared as well. Is there anybody else? Hopefully not. Up next, you have Sheamus. Now, if Sheamus wins the IC title, I expect Sheamus to be in here. If Sheamus doesn't, then I still expect Sheamus to be here, but he could be somebody on the chalking block. I think the three right now that I'm looking at this is Karrion, Sheamus, and Dominic or JD, and then who's the other one? Or not JD, Finn, and then who was the other one? Kaiser. Could be the ones to be kind of removed off of this list. Up next, you have Shinsuke Nakamura. You should be showing the U.S. title. Unless Nakamura's having a match here, Shinsuke should be in here and maybe set up something for WrestleMania for somebody to go against that. Or maybe it's a ladder match at WrestleMania. I'm really feeling the U.S. title to be a potential ladder match for the future. And then we have The Miz here. I think this is the last one, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know 100%. I think next is surprise entrance. The Miz will be here. He's a legend in this game. He's going to be a part of this Royal Rumble. They would do him a disservice if he's not part of this Royal Rumble. So now I think we're at the surprise entrance, which is going to be Trick Williams. We are. There's going to be 4 surprise entrants. So yeah, that right there is all just on the roster. And these are the 4 surprise entrants I have. Trick Williams 1. You got to have somebody from NXT show up. Is it Obafemi? I don't think so. I think it's going to be Trick Williams. You got to push him to the main roster, and you got to show him off. Maybe he doesn't go to the main roster right away. Maybe they wait till Stand and Deliver. But I'm telling you right now, I'm expecting Trick Williams to be at least shown throughout this Royal Rumble. Up next, we have Joe Hendry. Just won the TNA Championship. I understand why now. They kind of maybe waited so they can really show him off for this deal. Joe Hendry is going to be at this Royal Rumble. I do not care what you say it was Jericho's cruise. I'm going to say Joe Hendry is here. 100% Joe Hendry is going to be here in the Royal Rumble. Is going to be a big thing for Joe Hendry to really boost him up for the future with the TNA kind of deal that they have going on. These next 2 are interesting. I'm going Aleister Black. I don't know what's on his deal. I've been kind of back and forth on putting him in here, but, you know, if his deal is up with AEW and he's off for AEW, then I'm going to expect him to be here for a surprise entrant. If his deal is not, I can see him throwing in somebody else that I haven't had on this list, or maybe there is like a Big E, which he's not going to be my last surprise entrant. Maybe somebody else. I don't know. I'm saying right now, though, Aleister Black, I have to throw into here because the rumors is just too big to me not to. And then next we have Goldberg. This is a shocking one. I understand this is a shocking one. But these past couple of days, I've realized that Goldberg's going to be on the Monday Night Raw for the 27th. At least it's been heavily, heavily rumored. And if he is, I wonder if 2 things happen. 1, you already know this, Saturday night's main event, maybe he interferes and screws over somebody. 2, maybe it's a way where, you know, Goldberg is somewhat declaring for the Royal Rumble or announcing his retirement match, and someone interferes or says something to him about it, and then Goldberg instead is having something happen at Royal Rumble or WrestleMania or another PLE later in the future. I don't know. I think Goldberg's retirement match will happen at WrestleMania. That's my guess. That is 100% my guess. Maybe it's at Crown Jewel or a King of the Ring type of scenario, and that's where the retirement match is in Saudi. I hope not. I really hope not. I'm guessing Goldberg will go to this Royal Rumble, get eliminated by Braun Breaker, somebody else, whatever it might be, and they'll set up the match at WrestleMania. So those are my surprise entrants. Now my honorable mentions. Now there's a lot of them, and I had Andrade before I put Goldberg in here. I can see Andrade filling in for Aleister Black if he's not. Xavier Woods would suck. Austin Theory and Grayson Waller would also suck. I think there's a lot that you could do with them for the future to have that one-on-one match potentially if they were going that route. I want Matt Cardona or Nick Nemeth. Nick Nemeth is also going on the Jericho cruise, so we'll have to see on that. Matt Cardona, I saw something that he said that he was going to be at some event or do some wrestling show in the summer, so it's hard for me to say for sure, hey, he's going to do this, but maybe with WWE being more lenient in this past couple of, months in this year, maybe Matt Cardona is doing that, and he's also signing with WWE. Obafemi is another one that, or maybe Matt Cardona is just a one-time thing. Obafemi, I think with the US or the NXT title is not going to be shown. I want Ethan Page to be shown as well, but I think Trick Williams is going to be more than likely be shown more. R-Truth is another one that I think could have been shown. But again, there's so many limited spots. You got to give it to somebody else. Pat McAfee, I would kind of suck. I think it sucks if Pat McAfee goes in. I know it's Indiana. I know it's his place. But let's be honest here. You're screwing over some talent that you got to show off. Pat McAfee shouldn't go back-to-back being in the Royal Rumble. And then a lot of the tag teams, Street Profits, DIY. There's a ton of people that could have done it. Maybe they have a tag team match at Royal Rumble to be fair to those tag teams, but I don't know. I feel bad that there's no tag teams here, but it's just so limited. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.